The Maryland D.C. Campus Compact had its origins in efforts that long predated what we currently have. In D.C., through a Learn and Serve grant, colleagues were working on this to form a D.C. Campus Compact back in the late 90s and early 2000s. In Maryland, I believe the earliest efforts went back to the 1980s, and then were chased by a very strong effort in the early 2000s, but that never took off. This is the first effort to create a united entity in our region, and actually we are the first united campus compact or regional campus compact in the country. In 2007, a graduate student named Jennifer Lasan was able first to do a single 10-hour service learning internship around higher education. That blossomed into her becoming a full-time AmeriCorps VISTA member, serving for a year through Frostburg State University to help mobilize the groundswell of interest in forming a Maryland Campus Compact. At the very first board meeting of the Maryland presidents, they had on their agenda to form a Maryland D.C. Campus Compact. Then the D.C. presidents in 2011 unanimously voted to join together with the Maryland presidents, so we have today the Maryland D.C. Campus Compact.
This is a great opportunity for President Stephen Knapp of George Washington University to come together with his colleagues across the region to really explore the important issues around civic engagement and the ways in which our scholarship and our resources can be put toward addressing the problems of the region. And it's really important for our presidents to talk about what public scholarship means and what it means to be, what the public purposes are of higher education as a collective group. The Maryland D.C. Campus Compact represents institutions of all kinds. We have community colleges, public, private, faith-based institutions, and we want to make sure that there is that opportunity for dialogue, and it's so important for the presidents to have that opportunity to talk together.
The impact that my program has had on the Baltimore community has been truly profound. We provide middle school youth with the opportunity to really understand the option of a college education, the option that they can overcome their hardships and be successful women in the future based upon a mentor relationship with a current success story of current first generation college students.
Well, it's a really important network for Hood to be a part of. Service learning has been a really important part of the Hood tradition for many years and a very important part of our mission. And so it's really wonderful to be in the accompaniment of other campuses that really believe the importance of service and the importance of learning through providing service. So the network really provides a great network for us of like-minded people. It's a great place for us to exchange good ideas, best practices. And I also want to really reinforce that it's not just about our students, that we are community learners. And so it's not just our students, it's important to be involved in service learning, but for the faculty and staff as well. And so it's great to see the faculty and staff involved with our students in projects locally and not so, locally, to continue to hone their skills as well.
The impact of this program, I think, has to do a lot with the connection that we've built. Now the community knows who we are, and they're not afraid to come to us if they need assistance. A lot of the times, universities and the community kind of put them, we're kind of in bubbles, and so we don't connect with each other like we should. But with the partnership development, we've been able to break down some of those barriers.
One of the benefits of the creation of the Maryland D.C. Campus Compact really is better use of resources that we have. Again, each of the campuses, now including Wesley Theological Seminary, we're all bringing something to the table, and we all bring different perspectives and different kinds of learnings and different priorities of what we're trying to accomplish in the community. But we all learn from one another, and we all can share our learning and share our programming knowledge and our expertise. And to the extent that we can coordinate better with the community partners, that really extends the capacity and the resources of the community partners.
Before the Maryland D.C. Campus Compact existed, there really were no opportunities for faculty members who were interested in service learning, either those of us who were currently practicing or those who were new to and intrigued by the pedagogy, to have the opportunity to learn about service learning, its principles and best practices, or to share our experiences with one another. Teaching service learning is very different from another kind of teaching. When I teach French grammar, I know what the answers are, and I know exactly what kinds of questions the students are going to bring to me. However, when students go out into the community, they come back with very complex questions that have no answers, and sometimes it's very challenging for us as faculty members to know how to address those. So through Maryland DC Campus Compact, I now am able to present an annual workshop on service learning course design, and also there are many opportunities throughout the year for those of us who are engaged in service learning or wanting to know just the first little bit about it to come together and learn from one another.
At Coppin State University, we believe this is very important. We say we're an urban institution. That should mean something. And whether or not you as president, you might not say your institution is an urban institution, but I believe we have the same core values, regardless of what we call it, our institutions, in terms of what we're doing. We're all committed to giving back, to making sure we're addressing the problems of our communities. And for that, I commend you and thank you for being a part of this